What's up, guys? My mic's working. What do you guys need to hear? I don't know. I love you. It's really nice when somebody says that. Or, when somebody does what they're asked, just because when you ask somebody to do something, they do it just because they care about you. Instead of saying, well, I'll do that for, $100 or $1,000 or 10,000, whatever, when they don't have any attachment to the outcome and they just do it for you because it's just because they love you. People move closer together that way, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, the cards say, that's the truth. King of Swords. It's much harder to grow close together when you're just offering something for money. Say, this is what I'll do for you. But I won't do anything else for you. Just this thing if you give me this. Don't really tend to grow closer together that way. Really healthy communities um, grow closer together when everyone's in harmony with other and they do what they're asked and it's organized, so that everything gets taken care of. And people that say, well, I'll do this if, this, and this, and this. It's like, well, you don't really want to share in the community assets then. Boink! Get them out of there. Yeah. Or truth. It's the next card. Oh, it's an easy thing, right? I mean, it's super simple, and it's how our hearts grow closer to one another. Because when we do what we're asked of one another, because we love one another, not because we have some hidden agenda. It's just we just do it, and then if you do that, and this is my experience, if you do what you're asked, then people do things that when you ask them to do them for you, and it'll happen totally randomly. It just poof. It's like, wow, how does this place work? Right? I mean, if I knew it worked like that before, then I wouldn't be trying to sell something, right? You just start doing what you're asked of you. And then when you ask, it will be provided unto you. If you do the same, the world is a mirror. Oh, this card tried to flop around on me. Oh yeah, but then you have a lot of broken hearts out there. Yeah, sometimes if we don't do what we're asked, then if the person that you're interacting with, if there's a broken connection there, and we don't understand that we have to do what we're asked for one another, then there's always a broken connection. All these tarot, like if you go to all these tarot card readings, I love watching different readers, and we're all kind of creating messages based on our own understanding. And so the collective is always going through trying to let go of something, you know, me included. We're always trying to let go of something so that we can expand more of our creative energy. So we're expanding how we're returning and then surrendering to what we're listening and feeling around us. There's so much, I mean, it's so expansive and it's all captured right here at the heart. And so when we do things out of love for one another, it has a natural, we gain more information. Our minds, all the information that you see and understand in your mind is coming from your heart. So if you have barriers around your heart, then you're limiting the information and the energy from your heart. And so you'll expand and you'll have more energy as information grows about yourself and what's around you. Because it's all you, right? I don't know. I'm just blabbing here. This is my channel. We're not going to answer this because there's no need. I'm going to turn the volume down. So if this happens again, we won't go through that again. There. God, I don't know how my phone number a long time ago got on some kind of blacklist. So if we can move back past heartache, let's talk about this. If we can move past our heartache, then we have this infinite potential. Pentacles, you can be viewed as a lot of different things, but ideally, you want to be this infinite potential of what you receive is also directly related in what you're creating. And if you don't follow those principles, then you'll go through these because you can, and there are ways, and you can see it out there. There are ways that you can create a lot of wealth, but it's very temporary because it wasn't anchored in the heart space. It was anchored in some kind of attachment and misunderstanding of who and what we are. So I guess I can tell this really quickly, and maybe this is we got the King of Wands out here. We're taking action for this infinite potential that we got going on. Um, in my meditation that I have every once in a while, and it happens every once in a while, and I feel like it's the last barrier to really getting to heaven in the heart, because every all of us hold heaven in the heart. It's just a picture of a little boy or little girl crying because we don't want to be alone. And so that first feeling outside of the heart space where you feel it connected with the people around you and you can do what you're asked and love them and just because you love them. You don't do it because you have any ulterior motives. Um, but when we create barriers, there's a little child crying because we are all existing at that one place at the center. And so when you hear people talk about, spiritual hierarchies, it's just some of that temporarily is true because when you pull apart the field, when you pull apart everything from the heart space, it looks at like that toroidal field that all of us have, that biofield. And so there's a temporary state in space-time, but when it all collapses, we're all sitting there together at the center. And if that's your reality, then all that spiritual hierarchy stuff is bleh. It's just pointless. Reason for it. We're always at the center of everything we ever do and ever see. And so you want to learn how to be there and identify with the center because that's the only thing that doesn't change. Everything else is constantly changing. Our bodies change. We go through transformations. We go through death cycles and transform into something new all the time. Uh, of how we experience ourselves, but it's not who we are or that thing that's unidentifiable. I am that I am. And we're in motion for that. What's next? What are we creating? What is the King of Wands creating from his sword of truth? Even though there's heartache all around you, there's infinite potential. These two want to come out. This is the end of our story. Strength and the King of Pentacles. Wow. A lot of major arcana. Heard people talk about it before, but the strength cards is a really cool thing because you're always taming the animal, animal, the lion. We're taming the lion, and that's our strength. Is taming maybe a part of ourselves that wants to feed on our environment, and by doing so, we're able to provide for everyone around us. King of Pentacles is definitely a provider, and he's got growth. I love this because the Queen of Pentacles is the same way. The Queen of Pentacles has got growth all around her. I don't know how well you can see this card. He's got growth all around him. The picture's not very good. I'm using Zoom, so I have a 4K camera. I need to set it up so I get a better picture for you guys. Simple message. Love you guys. Um, I keep getting these pictures. I don't know how many of you guys keep seeing stuff. Um, you don't have much time. The event preparation is now highly advised. Council of Five. I've been seeing those for a long time. I mean, for too long. And there's always some kind of event, right? There's always something that happens to bring transformation, and then you get to a place where you're just like, okay, well, whatever happens, happens. Just doesn't matter. It does and doesn't matter. you want it to have the right effect on you so that, you can be there for people that it's not having the right effect on and say, hey, look, everything's fine. I am that I am. Always will be. Love you guys. Have a great day. And I'll catch you on the next. Bye.